Yo, what's going on, guys? Andy here, finally back again with another video. Haven't posted in a month, as you might have already known if you looked up, found my channel through one of my more popular videos. But yeah, I blew up my Top Step account, and I passed evals again and I blew it again. So I decided to take a break, yeah, I haven't been really trading a whole lot in the past few weeks. I have been trading some Bullnox accounts, um, you know, um, because they're $15, so really cheap. So I've been trading with those, gambling here and there, and not really sticking to a strategy. But I have, uh, you know, been beaten down like a lot, and yeah, I'm just like low key kind of done with that. You know what I mean? So, and it's mainly the fact that I get a lot of FOMO, when I'm trading. Um, Especially like taking really dumb trades in New York Open. That's how I blew my Top Step accounts twice. I told myself that I wasn't going to do that, and and it was going really good when I followed that rule. And as soon as I broke it, I was getting smacked. When I started trading the 30 minutes of Open again. So and just randomly, like I don't wait for my good setup. I don't wait for the EMA. Well, like when I do that, it's really nice. But on days when it's like really far away, I'm just like really anxious, like to take a trade. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I've been cutting down on that by trading my funded futures account on during like Asia session, and that's been going really nice. And usually it won't be um, as good, but the movement recently has been really nice. So I have been taking the Asia trades. So that's working out well, and I'm still going for my $200 a day on my fund futures. These are pretty fresh. I had them. I had a funded account, right, and I blew it like after like 15 days, um, and uh, these were dormant, sitting in the back, because I managed to recover some, you know. So I thought I was gonna blow it, so I got these preemptively, and I didn't blow that account. But then when I did blow it, the dormant ones became active. So um, yeah, that's the deal with these ones. I've been trading them with 5 micros, um, and yeah, so that's the status on my fund futures. And with Take Profit, I got 5 accounts again with them, um, because they have their no fee like 30% off. So the accounts are pretty cheap. So I grabbed 5, and I'm on day 2. So I knew I was gonna make a video really soon. So I got them yesterday, and yeah, trading one mini on these. So I'm already up $2,000 with the volatility. It's crazy. I took longs right here. I got stopped out, and then I took a long again, and then yeah, $1,200 on that one. $500 on the first trade that I took. So that's the status with that. And then with Top Step, I passed 5 evals again. So I'm gonna have 5 funded accounts again with these guys. So yeah, gonna be trading one mini or 5 micros, and yeah, trying to get like a huge payout, you know, um, and just going for those $200 days. You know what I mean? So that's the goal with these accounts, because yeah, I'm just, you can only like, I was watching a bunch of like psychology stuff, and there's only so many times that you can get burned before you're like callous to it, and and you don't want to do that anymore. You know what I mean? So yeah, I've just been burned way too many times, and every time, I make a bad decision, and I'm like done after the fact, and I can't do anything about it. Like that helplessness is just like so sucky. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just kind of done with all that. So I'm just trying my best to be as disciplined as possible. So yeah, hopefully things are different this time around. It's not too hard to take a payout out of my funded futures. I just need like $1,500 on the account, and you know, I can take a withdrawal of $3,600, and that'll be really nice, and take profit, just scalp until I get above the $2,000 buffer, and I can take payouts every day, so that's really good. And Top Step is the same thing. I took out 6,000 from them, and I know how that felt. I know how to do it, but I just waited 30 minutes, every day, waited till the top formed, and wrote it, and took a trade and took 40 points here, and I know how to do it, but it's just the beginning, the opening, man. It's just so like, just itches my FOMO so hard, and I get caught up in like, these crazy wicks, you know what I mean? Today was a trendy day, and we've been holding the 21 EMA, so I was really confident. But on other days when it's like, when crazy news like today didn't happen, like, you expect it to go 10 points up and then it just drops down. That's how I lost it. I was going for 10 points a day, and it was a strong bullish candle, and then immediately as soon as I got in on that candle close right at the top, it didn't go up like crazy. When it was up like 50 points, so I was okay with holding it for some pullback, but then it just immediately dropped like 40 points, and I was down $1,600 on two minis, and I got smoked, so a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, so I'm just gonna try avoid all that because this is it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's the status pretty much. I got one funded or two funded max, and then I'm $1,000 away from being funded with take profit. And take profit's gonna be the hardest because they got their trailing drawdown, so that's gonna be the toughest. So yeah, and I'm gonna be using the simple market momentum algorithm to you know, um, to trade that because that's how I got my $200 win today. So let's take a look. Wait. Here, see? Like, it works. It's really good. $200 right here. So I entered on this, entered with 5 contracts because the stop was, like 16 points away or 18 points away. That's $180 risk. And I had my, daily profit trigger at $200, and it took me out. So that was $600. It was clean moves. And then I avoided all this, and there was another clean move here. I wouldn't have taken it here. Because of all this chop, but as soon as we got above really nicely, this would have been good too. This wasn't bad either. It wasn't bad at all. I could have taken it here and held it. I could have even played one mini with this one. It was 5 micros for this risk. So took one trade, and I've been like really disciplined, like in the other sessions, but seeing the volatility of New York, man, it's wild. It gets to you. And I could have, even like played this on my like take profit accounts, like catching a move like that with no consistency rule or nothing. It's really nice, 66 to all the way down like 250, 60 points. Like that's huge, it's like a $10,000 day. So that's what I'm like really wanting, like be patient, enter with a couple of micros and catch a huge dump like this after, this monster move. We gapped up like, how much is this? Like 300 points, and then we're up 300 points right now, like 600 points on the day. It's nuts, So I just want, and we're due for a pullback like this. 200 points is nothing, So, so yeah, that's pretty much like my goal, just to play with a couple micros, 3 or 4 micros. Okay, top's in, it's been like an hour and a half since the market opened. This should be the top, and then, just short it right there and just write it down. 4 micros, 250, that's like $1,600, you know, like no risk pretty much. So yeah, and the stop's like over there, you know. So that's my goal, you know, that is my goal. And, you know, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to take payouts with all 3 firms. Like, I'm done bullshitting. Like, you know, I'm done. But yeah, I'm back. I'll be posting again daily. You know, no more bullshitting. And yeah, this is a good short right here. I alerted to the group that shorts down here look good. 21 EMA rejection. That played out nice. And, you know, now we're at VWAP. And short again looks good there, looks good here, you know. So I alerted it here, and then we went down like 50 points, and then yeah, like a little short scalp here looks good too. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'm at almost at 200 subscribers, yo. That's crazy. You know how crazy that is? Wait, let me see how much I'm at. Switch. Okay, I can't see, but yeah, I'm doing really good. You know, thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for watching it, and I'll see you guys daily starting from now on. All right, bye guys. Thank you.